Everybody, and welcome to 2020. So today we are going to make a ground beef casserole. So let's get it started. So here we have the ingredients we need. We need about 3 to 4 ounces of cream cheese. We need about a half to 3/4 cup of mozzarella cheese, about half to 3/4 cup of cheddar cheese. I have a 3 triple cheddar cheese type thing. In this little cup here, we've got some garlic powder, pepper, and salt. They're each about a half a teaspoon. Then we've got a half a cup here of heavy whipping cream and 2 cans of green beans. It can be any kind you want. If you want the French style or just plain old cut green beans, it's fine. Just drain out the liquid, which I've done there. And then of course, we have a pound of ground beef. Okay, so to get this funness happening, we are going to start by adding some cream cheese to the ground beef and let that melt. So I forgot to mention, we also need a half a cup of beef broth to help kind of melt this cheese. So we're going to add half of this in here. It'll help the process along a little bit because cheese is really not going too well. So look at that. Voila. Works like magic. So now it's doing what it needs to do. So we'll check back in a second. So what you have now is, it looks kind of like a beef stroganoff without the noodles and whatnot. So we're just going to add in our 3 spices, which is our garlic powder, salt, and pepper. We're going to throw that on in there. And then, excuse me a second, we're also going to throw in our heavy cream. Put that on in there. And then we're going to mix this up. Get this all mixed up in here real good. Doesn't that look good? It's like a creamy beef. Kind of like a beef stroganoff. We just need to add some noodles and then we're good to go. But I can't have noodles. So, because this is going to be a low carb dish, so instead we are going to have green beans in there and some delicious cheese. So we're going to let this cook for a little bit longer. Let this cheese do its thing. And check back in a second. So while you're waiting for the beef and the cheese and the heavy cream and the flavors to kind of just marry together a little bit, you're going to want to preheat your oven to 350. So I just turned mine on now, so it'll be preheating while this stuff is doing its thing. Okay, so now the sauce is thickened up a little bit more. So as you can see, look at how thick this is now compared to what it was before. So that means it's ready for me to add the green beans. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and add in our green beans. I just use like whatever I have frozen, I have canned. Usually I would use frozen, but I didn't have any. It's time for me to go shopping some more. Get more of my frozen veggies because I'm getting low. But that's alright. Use it up and then we get to rotating it. So we're just going to stir this up real quick and then we will check back in a second. Okay, so now our beef and sauce and beans are all combined together. Now we're going to sprinkle in our cheese and mix that all up. Sorry if I'm making anyone dizzy. Alright, we're going to stir this with 2 hands. So we're going to pause this and check back in a minute. Oh my gosh, guys, look at this cheesy goodness. Doesn't that look wonderful? Okay, so now it's ready for it to get put into a baking dish, and we're going to bake it at 350 degrees for about 30 minutes. So let's get it in the dish. Okay, so we have it all in the pan. Look at that. Don't it look wonderful? Okay, now we're going to sprinkle a little bit more cheese on top. I might have put a little too much out here. We got some mozzarella, and we got more of the what you call it? More of the cheddar cheese that we're just going to sprinkle right on top. See, that's what it looks like. Okay, now we're going to put it in the oven, 350 degrees for 30 minutes. Okay guys, so this is what it looks like in the oven. It's starting to already get nice, cheesy, and bubbly. So we're going to do a part 2 to see what it looks like when it comes out, because I got to stop and go pick up my daughter from school. All right, we'll see you in part 2.